everyone, it's me again, Chocolate Geisha, back for another video, so thank you for tuning in. And today, as you can tell by my very interesting choice of attire today, we will be discussing Gyaru and Gyaru culture in Japan. Let's get right into it. What are Gyaru? So, Gyaru is actually the Japanese pronunciation of the English word girl. This is a fashion subculture of Japan, and although both men and women participate in it, women popularized it. Now onto the history. How did Gyaru get started in the first place? So, Gyaru started in the late 1980s. It is said to be an exaggerated interpretation of American teenage party culture. It peaked in the early 2000s and was in all the popular magazines at the time. Since then, it's slowly declined and fallen out of the public eye, but you can still find those who keep the flame alive today. Next, let's go on to the societal impact. Gyaru are known to be a little controversial, to say the least. Gyaru are perceived to be non-conforming and rebellious. Most people associate Gyaru with juvenile delinquency and frivolousness because it goes so starkly against traditional Japanese beauty standards. Although you can find individuals who find Gyaru culture cool, there are other individuals who scorn it. A few negative stereotypes that are associated with Gyaru are being materialistic, rumored to be dating for money, and get sugar daddies to afford their expensive lifestyles. True or not, these stereotypes and myths have in a way propelled Gyaru culture. Next, let's talk about the look. There are so many different ways that Gyarus can appear based in their hair, makeup, and fashion. However, let's break it down to a general guideline that most Gyarus follow. Let's talk about the hair first. Gyaru hair tends to be bleached or dyed blonde to dark brown, usually ending on the lighter side. Their hair is teased or crimped, called sujimori. It's not uncommon for Gyaru to add extensions to their hair. Now, let's talk about their skin. Gyaru are known for being very, very tan, and some even tan on a daily basis. Their skin color ranges from a golden brown to a very, very dark shade of brown. To achieve this look, some even wear imported makeup from the US, which was intended for Black women. Now let's go to accessories. As far as their adornments and accessories, Gyaru are known for having really long and decadent nails, color contacts, usually blue or gray, and dramatic makeup, complete with dark eyeliner, fake lashes, and heavy contouring. Now, fashion is where Gyaru tend to diverge the most. Because there are so many different subcategories, the fashion statements that these Gyaru use depend on what type they fall into, which we'll get into later, mind you. All in all, Gyaru can be identified as individuals who are not afraid to stand out and go against the grain. Shibuya 109, which is an infamous Japanese mall in Tokyo, is accredited for popularizing and selling these statement pieces. Alright, so now that we've got the bare bones of what a Gyaru is, let's break it down even further. I'll explain these subcategories in a spectrum, stemming from light Gyaru to heavy Gyaru. Let's get started in the light categories. Number 1 is Amerikaji, or American casual Gyaru. This Gyaru can be defined by their bright, fun, and multicolored clothes. They take most of their inspiration from fictional images of America and caricatures of American teenage youth. Amerikaji Gyaru are known to wear layered outfits with sweaters, bomber jackets, and lettermans. To achieve this look, some girls wear their boyfriend's clothes. Because this kind of Gyaru is so casual, it's seen as very acceptable in the public eye, and these individuals are seen as cool and modern. Next in the light category is number 2, Kogal, and Kogal stands for Kokousei Gyaru, or high school gal, and just as the name suggests, Kogal are dressed as high school students, and that makes up basically their whole outfit. However, there are unique touches. There's usually a large button-up sweater and baggy socks. They also shorten their skirts a few inches. This kind of gal is said to be the original Gyaru because this was popularized by high school students back in the 80s and 90s. The image of a Kogal is a girl who, after school, loosens her socks, shortens her skirts, and puts on makeup to go party in the big city of Tokyo. The last of the light category is Agejo, or upper class lady. Agejo are defined to be foxy, ladylike, and mature forms of Gyaru. Their appearance can be defined as a daytime hostess look, for those of you who remember what hostesses are. Agejo can be defined as a mix between sexy and classy. Although Agejo are a little risque, it is socially acceptable for them to be out and about. Alright, now let's continue into the mild or moderate Gyaru category. So number 4 is Himegyaru, and Hime stands for princess, and that totally defines what they are. Himegyaru are hyper-feminine and dainty forms of Gyaru. They are seen to wear extremely light colors like beiges and whites and pinks. They accessorize with lots of frilly bows, parasols, and adorable purses. Although their hair is also bleached or dyed a lighter color, it's seen as curled. And although these forms of Gyaru are very eye-catching, they're usually admired, and many people consider them cute ambassadors of kawaii style. And today's look is actually inspired by Himegyaru. The hair is curled, extravagant accessories, and usually all of light colors. You will almost never see a Himegyaru wearing black unless she is a dark Himegyaru. Number 5 is Kyabajo, or Kyabakura Queen / Cabaret Queen. This form of Gyaru is a step up from Agejo. These girls are perceived to be glamorously provocative, known for wearing elaborate dresses and impossibly long nails. Next, in the mild to moderate Gyaru category is Anegyaru. Anegyaru stands for big sis gal. This look is inspired by biker gangs and Yankee culture. These girls tend to have tattoos and piercings. The image of an Anegyaru is a defiant girl who rides motorcycles and maintains an edgy appearance. Let's continue even further into heavy Gyaru. So these are the girls who really stand out. And the first on the list of heavy Gyaru is Ganguro, or Kuro Gyaru. These girls have a highly exaggerated appearance. Although their clothes themselves aren't too far out, their tans are some of the deepest around, going from a golden brown to a medium brown. They exaggerate their darker skin with white eye makeup and a light lip. Let's go a little further. So number 8 is Manba. These Manba Gyaru have the darkest tans of the Gyaru. Their outfits tend to be sexier and more provocative, and their outfits and hair are also a lot more colorful. Manba Gyaru commonly incorporate rhinestones and stickers into their makeup. Although the hair of the Manba Gyaru is fairly similar to the other kinds of Gyaru, they are also known to have more drastic varieties like synthetic dreads and braids. And last but not least, we have number 9, and that is Isshoku Hada Gyaru. Isshoku Hada means unique skin. A lot of them are known for wearing very body paint in lots of different colors to create an extraterrestrial feel. This kind of Gyaru is one of the least common because the look does tend to be a little too drastic even for some of the most affluent Gyaru. Gyaru has struck up some controversy based on whether it is considered to be appropriation or blackface, and this conversation still goes on. The opinions vary greatly, and I'd love to know yours. Please comment below and let me know if you think that Gyaru culture is a form of appropriation and blackface or not. Now let's continue into the lifestyle, because Gyaru culture is so much more than just a look. It is a way of life. One defining characteristic of Gyaru lifestyle is Gyaru circles, and Gyaru circles are basically gathering of lots of Gyaru, usually of the same type. There are two kinds of Gyaru circles. The first is Nagasa, which is a casual hangout. The Gyaru who meet for Nagasa usually go out to karaoke, they might go out and share a meal, or just go to the park and take pictures, or maybe dance. The second kind of Gyaru circle is called Ibesa, and Ibesa are gatherings to plan and host events. These Ibesa are usually organizations of the same Gyaru type who try and keep that sense of community among their girls. Another major characteristic of Gyaru lifestyle is their dance, and their dance is called para-para. Para-para is a unique coordination of a sidestep with an added sharp arm movement. Para-para is usually danced to a Eurobeat or popular club dance music. Another huge component of Gyaru lifestyle is this sense of sisterhood. It can be an alienating experience to be a Gyaru because you look so different from everyone else. You are not the beauty standard, and although you're proud of what you are, it still can be a lonely experience, especially because it's not as popular these days. These Gyaru circles do provide a kind of support group. These groups and organizations create a sense of belonging that otherwise wouldn't exist for these girls. Next, let's talk about Gyaru in pop culture. So, Gyaru have appeared in different kinds of media. They've appeared in manga, particularly a manga called Gals, which follows the lives of 3 Kogals in Japan. They've also popped up in anime countless times. One of the first times that I saw Gyaru was in the anime Nana, because Hachi's younger sister was a Kogal. There's also an anime called Oshiete Gyaruko-chan, and this follows a girl named Gyaruko who is a gal, and it basically breaks all of these misconceptions that are forced onto her by society, and it shows that Gyaru are just regular people. They just have a passion for fashion, and they wear that passion on their sleeve, literally. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope that you got something positive out of this video and that you learned something. If you like this video, please like it so that I can see that you do. And if you want to see more, then hit subscribe and become part of the YouTube fam. But that's all for today. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!